All right, hello everybody, and welcome to today's post-game press conference with head coach Vicki Johnson. She will be followed by Arike Ogunbowale, Marina Mabry, and Isabelle Harrison. If you have any questions for Coach Johnson, please use the raise your hand feature, and we will go in the order that the questions are received. First, we are going to go to Dorothy Gentry. Dorothy, go ahead and ask your question.
Hi, Coach. Congrats on the win.
Thank you.
Was this win, I guess, more significant because you just took this same team to overtime twice this season already? Does it feel different, and how?
It does. It does. Seattle. We have to do everything right. We have to be disciplined and consistent for 40 minutes. We can't have any letdowns. So it was very important for us to get this one, split this, and we have the blueprint. They know the blueprint. Now we just have to do it. And tonight was a building block. You know, it's a step towards building what we're determined to do this year. And we got to do it as a team. It's very important that we do it as a team.
And as a quick follow-up, can you talk about moving from Marina to Satu in the starting lineup, and what was the change there? What was the thinking there?
It was Gray.
Gray. Mm-hmm.
For Mabry, they knew the play well enough to run our system. We still have to work on that. It was a little slow. I think this is the worst we ever shot the basketball because we didn't have a smooth flow to our offense. They forgot some of our sets and how to run it. Our set is determined about spacing, being able to get downhill, draw and kick, stuff like that. So we're still going to work on it. They still will start in Phoenix. It's a working process, but we're willing to go through the process.
Thank you. Congrats.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dorothy. Thank you, Coach. Next, we're going to go to Doug Feinberg. Doug, go ahead and ask your question.
Hey, Coach. Good to see you. Congrats on the win. Just to follow up on Dorothy's question a little bit, I know it's only one win in the standings, but with such a young team, is this win more amplified because of what you guys did to rally again against the defending champions on the road and to pull us out and get, as you said, a blueprint of how to win big games, so to speak?
For sure. You know, like I said, Seattle is a great team, championship team. They have 3 superstars and they have great role players. The one thing I told my team, I had a meeting with them before, after testing today, was I'm tired people saying that we're young. When you look at Connecticut, Las Vegas, and Phoenix, if you look at the stats across the board, defensively, offensively, we're right there with them. So it's a matter of us just really being disciplined and consistent in what we do as a team. And we hold our own destiny. Nobody has blown us out. We lost because we didn't make free throws the last game. We didn't make free throws. We were still in the game. And then we turned the ball over. You know, we didn't get big stops. And so we can determine, we can control that. We can determine the outcome of winning and losing. But the one thing I tell my team is, more than anything, play your minutes and play it hard. And whatever happens at the end, happens at the end. At the end of the day, you play your minutes. I don't care don't worry about who starts. Trust me, the last 5 minutes of the game, I'm gonna make the right decision for our team to win. And whoever that is, I'm willing to make the sacrifice. I'm willing to take the criticism. I'm willing to do whatever. But whatever I feel, that's the best for our team. I don't coach players. I coach a team. And that's what I'm most focused on, our team. And building and playing the right way as a team.
And if I can follow up, that last play, was it, I mean, you're going for the win no matter what? Was that the plan, to try to hit the 3 to win it?
Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, it's only fair because they beat us with a 3 to win, and we want to return the favor. And Enrique is amazing, big shots after big shots. And, you know, I tried to send her to the corner, but she refused to go to the corner. She just wanted the ball and to make it happen. So I'm very proud of her. And she was a leader. She's a leader. She's a leader. And every day she's showing that, not only offensively, but defensively as well. You know, and being consistent for her minutes and playing her minutes hard.
Thanks, Coach.
You're welcome.
Next, we're going to go to Zach Ward. Zach, go ahead and ask your question.
Hi, Coach. Marina and Enrique have both scored 20-plus points in 5-year losses. So obviously that must be frustrating. And just what have you done to keep making sure that they keep playing with all their heart? And is it satisfying to see Enrique score 25 and it come through with a win this time?
Well, the one thing I tell them is it's about the team. It's about what we do as a team and how we perform. If you look at our stat, even though Gray only played 2 games, she didn't shoot the ball well today. But before today, I think we had Enrique, Mabry, and Gray probably scoring almost 19 to 20 a game. You know, so they're going to have opportunity to score. They just got to take their time, make shots, and also get their teammates involved as well. You know, they have to create for their teammates. And when they're shooting the ball very well, you know, it's going to open up everything for Izzy, Satu, Charlie to finish around the basket. So, yeah, I'm excited to see our guards continue to score the basketball. But the most important thing, I'm very proud of them for playing defense, playing both sides of the basketball, because it's a very hard thing to do.
Thank you, Coach.
Welcome.
Next, we're going to go to Drew Ivory. Drew, go ahead and ask your question.
Coach, you just mentioned defense, and I know previously in press conferences we've talked about how well your team has done on the offensive side of the ball and how you really focus on defense. What did you like about what your team did defensively today to bring out the win?
I think the biggest thing is that 34% and 33% from the free throw line. We made them work. You know, Seattle normally shoot, I think, 82% from the free throw line. They missed free throws because they were tired. You know, they were tired. We actually pushed them to the limit. You know, and the game could have gone either way, but we stuck it out, and Enrique made a big time shot. You know, we're trying to be more creative now because now we have Gray. I'm trying to be more creative on the defensive side of the basketball because now we have Gray, we have Satu, we can switch. We can put KT at the 3, guard the PG, switch all of that. So you're going to see a lot of different things from us. You're going to see a full court press. You're going to see a little zone action. You're going to see a little trapping. We're trying to be very active. We have a 12-man roster that I'm very comfortable with. Dungy came in and gave us good minutes. I'm very comfortable putting her in defensively, and sooner or later she's gonna make a couple shots, you know. But she's active, and I'm proud of her. Jewel Lard made an amazing shot over her, but she was in her space, and that's the only thing I ask, you know. Tough contested shots outside the window. So.
And this team in the past has struggled to finish games, you know, close games. They're down to the wire. It's, you know, last second shots, you know, last plays to get themselves over the top. You guys have taken the defending champs to that last second shot, you know, Satu hitting that.
Times.
Right. That 2 that was almost a 3 to finish it off, and then Enrique finishing things off today. Do you think it's just an experience factor that's put you guys to the where you guys can get over that hump now?
I think so. Like I said, on Friday's game, it was about making free throws. We still had an opportunity. I think we missed 7 free throws. You know, we would have made a couple of those. We would have been fine. We probably would have won the game. You know, normally we shoot 83% from the free throw line. It's about execution. It's about understanding time and score. You can't do it by yourself. You're going downhill. You got 4 people in front of you. Now you got to draw and kick. So it's a process. It's a learning experience. But I'm willing to go through the learning experience with them and kind of teach them the best way I know how. Probably call the timeout. Settle them down and run a set for them, or get the ball in the right people's hand to make the right decisions.
Thanks, Coach.
You're welcome.
Do we have any other questions for Coach Johnson? All right. Well, thank you very much for joining us today, Coach. If you guys can just hold in there for just a few minutes, we will be right back with Arike, Marina, and Isabelle Harrison. Thanks, y'all. All right, next up, we are joined by Marina Mabry. If you have a question for Marina, please use the raise your hand feature and we'll go in the order that the questions are received. First, we're going to go to Dorothy Gentry. Dorothy, please unmute your mic and ask your question.
Hi, Marina. Congrats on the win. Talk about how important this win was for you guys after taking the same team to overtime twice this season.
I think it was good for us because we closed the game this time and we've been struggling to close games. So I think it was cool to see that we can do it. And I know we knew we could do it, but it's easier when you actually see it get done and you win. So I lost my train of thought. But yeah, just closing the game against a team like that. If we can close the game against Seattle, we can close the game against anyone because they're like the best team in the league.
And you've seen Arike hit those shots before in college, as well as in the league. When it went through tonight, what were your thoughts? What were your feelings?
Well, obviously that wasn't the play. And then I came off and I got tripped or something. So I didn't even see her shoot it. I was like twirling on the ground and then I turned around and then I saw it go up and go in. I was like, who else? I know Arike shot that. So I was so happy she made it because that's her time. She is the best player at buzzer beater. So it was cool to see her do it again.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dorothy. Next, we're going to go to Zach Ward. Zach, go ahead and ask your question.
Hi, Marina. You had a basket at the very end of the third and then a basket at the very beginning of the fourth. How important was it to not take any plays off in this game and to go on that little quiet run there to get momentum back?
Yeah, I mean, I think we were really just trying to expose the mismatches and kind of make them come out further and defend. They're really good at squeezing the defense in and then coming back out. So if we can keep them out and make them come out and defend us, I think that's our best offense only against their set defense.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next, we're going to go to Doug Feinberg. Doug, go ahead and ask your question.
Hey, Marina, obviously it's just one win in the standings, but how much of a confidence boost is it for you guys going forward to beat the defending champions on their place and obviously have a great rally to do it? And you easily could have been 2-0 up here in the last couple of days if something gone the other way, so to speak.
Yeah. I mean, obviously it's a confidence booster when you beat one of the best teams in the league and the defending champs. We knew we could play with them, but we weren't able to finish the games recently. And to finish that game and then have to go on the road and play 2 at Phoenix, it's good to get that win and get another boost of energy, a little more confidence, and see that we're getting better, because that's the most important thing for us. Can we get better and not make the same mistakes?
Thanks, Marina. Appreciate it.
All right. Thank y'all. Thank you for joining us, Marina. We will be right back with Isabelle Harrison and Arike Kumbuwale. second. Next up, we are joined by Wings guard Arike Agumbawale. If you have any questions for Arike, please use the raise your hand feature and we'll go in the order that the questions are received. And first, we are going to go to Dorothy Gentry. Dorothy, go ahead and ask your question.
Hi, Arike, congrats on the win. Arike, did you visualize that shot? Did you prepare for it? Or did you just react and get it up?
I mean, I always visualize shots like that. So that's just something, I do all the time when I'm in the gym, and it's just another chance that I got to try to make the last second shot.
How important was it for you guys to actually win this game after taking the same team to overtime, twice this season already? How important was this?
We definitely had to get over that hump. I mean, we can play with Seattle. Obviously, we showed that we went into 2 overtime games, but they're a vet team and they have a lot of great players and they really know how to finish out games. So this is, we're a young team, obviously, but this is how you finish out games. And I think this is a step that we have to take. I'm glad we were able to, play Seattle 3 times really early in the season to test us. And now, we only just got to build from here.
Thank you.
Next, we're going to go to Zach Ward. Zach, go ahead and ask your question.
Hi, Enrique. You guys, closed this one out this time in a close game. Do you think you guys are improving in terms of doing that with the experience of coming up short a few times, and just what went differently this time?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely think, we improved, especially just from the game on Friday. Like we watched film, we looked at the things that we need to change and we changed them for sure. So we just got to keep building like that. But this is definitely, a big win for us. And obviously Seattle's a great team. They won the championship last year. So this is a really good win. And like I said, we just got to build from here.
Thank you.
Next, we're going to go to Doug Feinberg. Doug, go ahead and ask your question.
Hey, Enrique, can you just talk about the defense tonight? I mean, it was 68-67 as opposed to the other one, which was a little more high scoring the other night.
Yeah, I think both teams were really on each other because obviously 100, 105, 102, that's a really high scoring game. So I think we both, were on the defense. I mean, we both held each other really low. We held them to 34, which is really good. They held us to 35, which is really good. So defense was a big thing. Obviously, both coaches were really on that, but, we were able to finish it out. So definitely I'm glad we stepped our defense up though.
And I got to ask, I mean, you had lost to an overtime twice. Was this I'll call game and not go to overtime this time and hit the 3 to win it instead of going chancing an extra period, so to speak?
I guess it just worked out like that. But if we went into overtime, that would have just been so draining. I think both teams would have been sick. So I'm glad one of us ended it.
Thanks, Enrique. Appreciate it.
Do we have any other questions for Enrique? All right, thank you very much for joining us tonight, Enrique. Last but certainly not least, we have Isabelle Harrison coming up in just 1 minute. All right, we are now joined by Isabelle Harrison. If you have any questions for Izzy, please use the raise your hand feature and we'll go in the order that the questions are received. First, we are going to go to Dorothy Gentry. Dorothy, go ahead and ask your question.
Hi, Izzy. Congrats. Hi, congrats on the win. Talk a little bit about what this means for the team to beat the same team that you went into overtime with twice, and to go ahead and get over that hump. How does this help you guys move forward?
I mean, honestly, to go into an overtime twice with Seattle and come out short, I think there's 2 ways that we looked at it. We looked at it as they're the best team in the league right now and the reigning champion. So we can stay with them once we stay to the game plan. But it was also disheartening because we're literally right there. So the last 2 games that we lost against them, we just knew we didn't want to leave the Seattle trip without a win. Like we know what they're going to do. We scouted them like crazy, and it just was in us to just take care of business tonight. And I'm just proud, not only offensively, Enrique's shot was amazing, but our defensive presence tonight, I was so happy about it. We've really been honing in on it on film and even on practices. So to see it translate way better tonight than it has in the past, I was happy about that.
And as a quick follow-up, your rebounding continues to get better, I guess I could say. What are you doing as far as, helping that part of your game get better?
Well, that just goes back to like my roles that BJ gave me at the beginning
Oh.
of the year. And I'm a rebounder, so there's really no excuse for me not to rebound. But every time I'm not, I hear her in the back of my mind on everything, shots, free throws, whatever it is. So I just make sure I continuously bring that for the post group.
Thank you.
Next, we're going to go to Doug Feinberg. Doug, go ahead and ask your question.
Hey, Isabelle, as a New Yorker, I appreciate your shirt.
Yes, I want to rep it today.
It's not my question, but I had to make that statement as a New Yorker. It's a cool shirt. My question is, did it help? This sort of the new thing this year is having these little series. I mean, you're in Seattle for 2, you're going to Phoenix for 2 now. Did that help in a sense that, like, not that it wasn't gonna be fresh in your mind, but you just played them the other night. You made adjustments, obviously, both teams did, and you came out with a win this time, as opposed to if you'd gone somewhere else and play them again down the road, it might not have the same sort of feel to it. I mean, is this something you guys enjoy, playing a team back to back, so to speak?
That's a really good point. I was just talking about that to the girls in the locker room. And like you said, they were literally fresh on our minds and we knew what they were going to do. And again, we all watched the game on our own and knew we were going to have them literally 2 days later. So to have them play back to back like that, I mean, it just kept us on our toes, to be honest. It kept us, knowing what to expect and just really, again, paying attention to that game plan, opposed to traveling somewhere, playing somebody else, having to adjust a whole different defense and players. Like, I like the back-to-backs.
And if I can follow up, just this game, I mean, Coach didn't like when we called you guys a young team, but there's still youth on this team. Does a win like this help you guys more than, I know it's one in the standings, but coming back again, beating a team that's obviously really good, does that help you guys, propel you maybe a little more momentum going forward to Phoenix this week and beyond maybe?
It does. Again, I think we're just going to enjoy the day because I feel like whenever you beat Seattle at Seattle, that's something to celebrate, honestly. But we know we have games ahead of us and we have to prepare for that. And the last time we played Phoenix, we didn't give our best performance, no discredit to them. And, they kind of showed out on us. So we want to be able to go into Phoenix with this confidence that we have. And again, reminding ourselves of the defense plan and our game plan and, seeing what we have going into that game.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Doug. Do we have any other questions for Izzy? All right. Well, thank you for joining us tonight, Isabelle. Hey, guys, we got to fly to Phoenix, and then we will see you guys. Remember, it is on June 8th now. Pre-game availability with Coach Johnson will be at 8 p.m. Central. Thank y'all, and